All right, I'm back. When I moved the microphone, it unplugged it, so my audio was out. So the next thing we're doing here, I've got a lava border. So let's get into that. You're not really able. I guess we'll just sit there and do this. It's gonna change up on us, obviously. So when I go into this, you'll just see the program that we're doing. So sorry. Now that's where that is. I need to open it up on that same page again. Remember how I told you? Um, here's. I'll fade it back. I'll cut. So this is what's happening. But if I want to see this so I can adjust it, I need to have it here in this side in the preview. So that's my display capture. So I hit that. So I have it open in both of them. You see? So when I do something like that and I'm leaving this and I show you this, I can see on the preview side this. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Right now I'm able to get that data, so I got to turn it. I can't, if I turn this, I don't see, you see how the border went away? It's not letting me make adjustments to that border. So I need to take the studio mode out. I'll hit that when I get a second. So this means there's no studio mode, so there's no camera on me. And when I hit studio mode again, it'll be this thing. Whatever's the front screen, when you hit studio mode, it will be doubled up. You see? So I will put it on the camera. You won't see it, but I will be able to see this, just so you know. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about, is what I see here. So I'm going to cut that, and then taking studio mode off. So I have studio mode off, so all I'm seeing is what you're seeing right now. That's the only way I can adjust this. But I wanted to talk to you about filters. And that I couldn't hear myself. My audio wasn't recording, and I was like, shit, how far did I go? And I found out I went until the point that I moved that microphone. So I've had to chop this video, just so you know, so that they both can just fit. So we go to this lava border, and I put lathe border. Let me F2. Lava border. So this says camera. This means this what I'm seeing is that this is the camera. We'll get into trimming down, stuff like that. As you no doubt have guessed, that Alt and you push down the Alt button, you can move this and cut and crop it down to just the green and make it just that. Same thing with it comes to the lava border. We're gonna go into the filters, and right now I'm looking at the filters, basic filters, and I'm gonna see if I can get this to show up here. So let's see if I've got it. Let's see if it works for me. It doesn't. It didn't work for me because I have this FX open and it didn't work. God damn, man. You're just not gonna win. So right now, that picture that I'm showing you, we're gonna transition and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So this is when you hit filters. It says filters for lava border. These are the audio video filters, so this really works for your microphone, and I'll show you how to get to this for your microphone. But effect filters is what we're looking for, and you've seen this when it comes to chroma key and stuff like that. However, this LUT is pretty cool too, and I usually use color correction to get what I want, and I don't need to do anything extra to it. But let's play with this real quick. I mess with that. What? Oh, that's the border. It's not working. I thought I was messing with the But hue shift will change the color, right? I'll show you. Let's trade it off. You can see a different color now. See how it's green? That's changing the hue. I can change the hue a little bit over there. Maybe it's purple or something. It's sea green. We'll try this. There's purple. We'll try this down here. It's probably orange or red. There you go. The opacity that's the change in opacity, if it's see-through or not. Saturation, if it's all the way up. If I push this saturation all the way up, it'll be a very rich color. You see how it's all way more red. And if I turn the saturation all the way down, saturation is for color saturation. It's going to be black and white. Brightness and all that other stuff is how it works. Contrast, up, down, contrast. Gamma is a different kind of light, so up for gamma, down for gamma. And then brightness is another kind of light or bright. So up for brightness, down for brightness. You see how this is different than this? How that changes? This is gamma, and this is brightness. And this is how you can adjust what's happening on your key when you're dealing with. Yeah, it's whatever. That's so yeah, when you're on your key for the filters and you hit this and you want to do chroma key. So say we were doing, I'm not gonna turn all my lights on, but if I did, I'm gonna turn on. Now that's the lava logo. Hold on, I'm gonna turn on the filters, and I'm gonna put the chroma key in it. I'll leave it like that, and this will get me, basically it'll be a black background. But if you look closely, you know, there we go. If you look closely, I'm gonna see if I can scrunch this down. It looks like I can. All right. Oh well, that's not cool. Well, maybe it is. We'll see. I at least want some type of thing here. So I guess we're gonna be looking at that. I want to make sure you guys can see the other side, that you can see the other side. So obviously, you know, similarity, right? Similarity is gonna change. If I have it too high, it won't do anything. I like to play by the number on this and not just use the sliders. Sliders are cool and all, but at some point you're gonna have to make sure that you're not like dotting up as much. You see how there's some of it dotting up, some of it at the fan. Smoothness will get you transparent. It's not gonna help. So you keep that smoothness down and then bring it up very little. What it's doing is it's taking off that color around you. Cuts those lines down. Color spill reduction, if I go up, it'll be black and white. Come down, it'll be the color. Opacity, not a problem, stays up. Contrast, you can always, you know, try and see what happens when you do these, but you have to do a combination of them. You got to hit some, you know, some lows with high contrast or low contrast with a high. You never know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll get this just kind of towards the middle here. That's not good. Alright, we'll just stay that way. And gamma is for a different kind of white light. You see how it's a different white light? It does something differently. So that's the chroma key. And then what I'll do is I'll take that camera and then I'll Alt and move the arrow to everything that's going to be protected in that event. Boom. I'll even cut a little more off so I can have it be more 1080 by 1920. And then that's my background. That's where the camera is, under the border. If I put the border, you see what I'm saying, right? You see where we're at. The border's still on. Light bulb is on, or the eyeball. So I turn the eyeball off, it's off. We'll keep it on for a second. And now what I'll do is I'll grab an image. An image, this will be, I'll call it background. You probably know how to do this part, right? I'm just going through the motions and I get it. I've got a couple cool things I could do. Let's put this on. I do like this one a lot. This is probably one of my favorites. Now I'll lock it down, but it has to go under everything else. So now I got the speaker. There's more things I could do with that to make it even more fun, but just for now, it's a clean look, right? If I had the lights on, you wouldn't even see this green line on me. It would be gone. So that's how that works. Scene, and they're all going to be scene twos because you're titling them all, right? So because you already have your first scene. You always have to have the first scene, and then it's going to be scene two. So right now we got our display capture, we got the intro that we are playing with all the little stream is starting soons. I put down an opening theme, but this is where you wouldn't even put an opening theme. What you would put is your stuff right here in the transitions, and I'll show you in a moment about that. This one I'm going to call for links. So we'll call this video. If you're doing this, if you're doing this, to become something, I'm gonna cut straight to this. If you're doing this to make this happen and to do the prescription I'm telling you to like reach out to independent artists, you need these links to play the artist, because it's gonna come to you digitally. You know, when it comes to the DJ stuff, really in 2023, that's an aesthetic. That's just your studio. If I were you, I'd put it behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd put some of that, I'd have you wrapped a little more, and where you are talking is mostly where the shit behind you is or something. For the recordings, right? To record, you do that, and you hit a snap or something so you can cut, and you go turn around and do the work, and then you cut to the thing. If you're going live, I'm teaching you how live works. I'm not teaching you how recording a video works, because you have time for all of those things. Well, I guess it's the same thing. You're able to, use the different things, because all you just cut that take, boom, and then you can say things like, yeah, we're about to play this dude up, and then you're done with that. You can just insert the video. You know what I mean? But if you want to do it live, where it's just you're riffing, you're going at it, don't put any music under you, because then you can do it later in post and have the videos ready to just be recorded on here. And I'll show you how to do that. Again, you will be fine. This is very simple. Very simple shit. So we're back over here. Video links, right? That's what we're just going to call it that. What I need to hit the plus sign. Now I need the browser. This is the browser. And we're going to call this YouTube links. And that might be a link 1. So let me just change that. Well, it won't matter. Yeah, it will. So let YouTube links 1, or type it out, I guess, or just YouTube 1. I like the idea of it just being YouTube 1 or YT1. Boom. Now, this is not good. The way that it looks like a square like this, because that's all it's covering, and you can't stretch it. You see how that looks? That's how the videos will look, and you don't want that, right? So we're gonna let that go. Of course, there we go. If you don't push anything, it's gonna go back to the form it was. If I push shift, it'll do this. If I let go of shift, it goes back to normal. You see? So I'm gonna leave it like that for a second. And in the YT1, I need to go to properties, or double click your channel, or go to properties. Obviously, I'm going to go to properties because it's right there. And I need to change the width to 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels. That means it's wide by 1920 and high by 1080. This is 1080p. This is how this works. Do not hit anything else unless, as a beginner, nah, you don't want to do that. Yeah, maybe. As a beginner, you'll want to hit this shutdown source when not visible. But as you get better at this, you'll want to take that off, because then you can control it. So, no, it won't. Will that matter? When not visible? All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up my internet. You like that? You like that? You like that? All right. So you should be able to see all of my things, my whole thing. I'm going to go to YouTube. YouTube. And since you're my guy, I'm gonna show you something. These are all just the short form content that we put on TikTok a day before or 2 days before we put it here. So this is the only thing that's YouTube exclusive. This was our first TikTok, and it happened 2 days before we put it on here, and then 2 days later we put that one on TikTok and put this one here. Then 2 days later we put that one, we put this one here, and now tomorrow I think I'm gonna be putting whatever the next one is, and then that will go here behind this one. But that's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you was this. This says this singles rollout. What I need to do is find the videos, because your videos. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it, man. All right. So those are video. Did I not put it up? Hold on.